guys, Viking review. Okay, it's a special one today. This one is going to be dedicated to my Canadian friends, who I've made a couple over since the time I've started doing the beer reviewing. And so anyway, this one's going to be dedicated to Chad, the albino Rhino. Him and El Harlock were probably the first reviewers I really started watching. Besides Terry and the Real Ale Guide, you know, outside of England. Since then I've just really liked their styles of reviewing. Also Nicholas, Mad Maxter, and BrewByMe, he's a new Canadian reviewer. I just like, obviously each channel's got their own individual styles and stuff like that, but Canadians in general I really get on with because they got the same sort of humour as us Brits. I don't know, they got anyone who's sort of like, he's got that dry sort of ironic, sarcastic humour, I think is great, and they're not afraid to sort of take the piss out of themselves as well, which is a good thing, I think. And plus they've got some bloody stunning scenery over there. I did go to St Catherine's about 10 years ago. I went to see a friend over there, and yeah, it's not the most scenic part of Canada, but it's lovely. It's really nice, and there's a couple of places I've always wanted to go, like Nova Scotia and places like that. So I thought I'd express my love for Canada before I drink this beer, just in case the beer's shit and then I end up hating it. So anyway, so for now, Canada gets the thumbs up. Okay, now then, what am I going to be drinking? Well, you can probably see it in the title of the video. Moosehead Pale Ale. I did buy this one specifically because I have seen a couple of you guys in Canada reviewing it, and I've been told by Nicholas that, you know, it's not the greatest beer, but he said it's pretty nice for a macro. So let's give it a go. Let's give you some information on it. Well, actually there isn't any information. It just says brewed in New Brunswick, St John. Brewed and bottled by Moosehead Breweries Limited, Canada's oldest independent brewery. And it comes in at 5%, and they've been brewing since 1867. I like the label. I think it's a really classy looking label, so I think I might keep this bottle because it's my very first Canadian beer, so lovely. Definitely going to keep the cap because that is bloody lovely. I love that. Look at that. Gorgeous. Reds and golds, shiny. Okay, I'm even going to put it in my special glass. Okay, right, so my very first Canadian Pale Ale, or beer. Well, I've had Coors, but that's not beer, is it? Anyway, quite a pale colour, typical sort of colour for a lager really. Not very tight white bubbles, quite big. Let's just give it a nose and see what we get. Yeah, it smells like a typical lager really. There's not that much going on. You're getting a lot of wheaty sort of hops, like that sort of a slight bit of sourness. One thing I didn't check was the actual sell-by date. I don't think there is one. Usually you have it on the neck, I think. Nope. Doesn't say. Anyway. Right, I'm really trying to pull these flavours out because there isn't a lot going on. Yeah, you're getting like the sort of typical sort of Pilsnery lager sort of hops. And there's a slight little bit of sourness on the edge. But other than that, there's not too much going on, so let's just fill this bugger up. I'm not expecting masses of flavour, I'm just expecting a decent lager or a decent pale. So cheers to all my Canadian chums. I was going to do a really crap accent and say stuff like, does anyone know what I'm talking about, or this is a great beer, eh? But luckily I never did it. Cheers. It's really nondescript. Very, very easy to drink. But it's a lager and a macro lager. You can tell in the taste. It doesn't seem like there's that much craft gone into it. It's nice though. It isn't over the top. It isn't, you know, sour or powerful or too weak. It's just a nice, straightforward lager, and one that you could easily drink. This is something. I'm trying to compare it to something over here that has got a similar sort of taste. Let's give it another go. I'd probably compare it to something like Carlin or something like that, but with a slightly more mellow flavour. Carlin tends to have a bit more of a lagery sort of hop, but this is nice. It's alright. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm not going to give it a high rating. I'll probably give it about a 5.5, 6. But it's really, really drinkable. It's really easy to drink. If I saw that in a fridge in someone's house on a hot summer's day, blimey, yeah, I'd grab it without a doubt. But it's a decent enough lager. Excuse me. So, yeah, okay. I'm going to have to start looking into some proper Canadian beer because I'm just going to base everything on this one. So yeah, Viking Ale review. Moosehead Pale. I've been told not to try anything else from them. Their Moosehead Light apparently is rhyming slang for shite. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, lovely. Thanks for watching the Viking Ale review. I've got a couple of pale ales to get through tonight. I've also got a couple from America and one from this country. So I'll see you again in a bit with an Viking Ale review. Cheers!